And Greg Evans, our officiating crew. And here's Bryce Hopkins coming off arguably his best game as a member of the Red Storm. Dillon Mitchell off the mark. Step back three. Nick Graves coming off that big performance. And they're one and done. The rebound for Ejiofor.
And this is the concern right here. How do you get back in transition against the team that continues to just play downhill, make or miss?
Creighton just had an outstanding day from the field against UConn. And they lock things down defensively, but this is an off-kilter start. Numbers for the Johnnies. Mitchell, dump-off pass. Sellers, the finish. For Bryce Hopkins, 6 to shoot here. Jason Green wearing that shoulder brace on his left arm. Goes up with a hook shot, side of the rim. Mitchell looking to keep the tempo going. Ejiofor foul. And giving Zuby some tips on foul shooting in the last game. If you saw that. Yeah. It was wild. Zugic, the lob. Tough catch for Kerem Konan.
Goes towards the rim. It's twice now Dix has gotten downhill after passing up that first one and turning it over.
Kick to the wings. Santa.
8 minutes or so of that game and had 12 points.
Yeah. Perfect for the field late in that game.
So to see him out here early, it's a good sign for Creighton.
Second chance for Sellers. And they'll reset. And that's a moving screen.
Yeah. But communication has to be better at this end, but also a sense of urgency. You know, sometimes good teams play their opponent's rec to Zuby that we need that hoop for the rest of the game.
The Knicks need it later today.
Exactly.
What the heck with this game? Graves draws the double. Freeman the escape valve. Shannon short from three. Zugic looking ahead. He'll push the pace. It's stolen by Mitchell. Counter for the Johnnies. Sellers on the take. Counted. 75% on the season. They are dead last in the Big East in free throw attempts as Davis splits the pair.
Now they got there 32 times against UConn. Made 27 of them. That was a huge difference maker in that game.
It's a season high by far, those 32 trips. The previous high was 25. Hopkins off the hezzy. And he hits the mid-range jumper.
Ad nauseum probably if you've watched these St. John's games, but he only played 17 games his previous 2 seasons before this year. So this is the most he's been on the floor in a long time in terms of it's grabbed him to make sure he was okay, along with how you mentioned earlier, his own teammates. But just it's sad to see that. But Bryce Hopkins is one of the kindest human beings you will ever meet and just a phenomenal athlete. Space, they're not going to double down there. It's going to be one-on-one. If you can get Freeman in a good spot, give him some room, let him go to work in that paint.
Darling for Mitchell, slicing down the lane. Lays it in with a left.
I mean, he plays with an NBA type efficiency. He's got length, he's got all the attributes that you can't teach. Dillon Mitchell, I mean, he is an NBA player without a doubt.
Popped around, and Leotopoulos saves it. Mitchell, who didn't attempt a single shot against Marquette, he finds today.
And he's sometimes a matchup problem. Really did a nice job of pulling Terrace Reed away from the basket in that UConn game.
And he can be a really tough three-point shooter as well. Mitchell off the mark. And a rebound to go. Dix, step back three, contested. Off the mark.
Just not comfortable there, especially when you have that outstretched hand of Bryce Hopkins, who's so athletic. Good late challenge.
Look out, Mitchell left alone, misfires.
And this is where you got to take advantage if you're Creighton. Get downhill, continue to keep them on their heels. But
hello, Dillon.
We've seen them in the past win games without being a great three-point shooting team. But they're different this year. They have some guys who can knock it down. Just haven't seen it today.
Creighton is trying to stay within touching distance. Dix lines it up for the corner, skips it off the rim. Mitchell's piling up the rebounds. That's his 9th. Mitchell going coast to coast.
Makes you want to hurry up and get rid of the ball. I mean, that's how Creighton's playing. They can't wait to get the ball out of their hand. I think it's due to the pressure. Yeah. See, their field goals today have been helpers.
And how about the defense? Sandin, probing, bounce pass, edge of 4, goes up strong.
I mean, you add power, toughness, speed to a team like St. John's, and then throw in there the offensive sets that they're able to run in the half court. It's really what's catapulted them really to the position they're in this year.
And they've got a veteran, couple of them.
In the TV timeouts, those 4-minute wars is what we call it. Try to win that 4-minute battle and chip away. And how you do that is, look, you put plays together, get a defensive stop, get a bucket at that end, and come down here and get another stop.
Darling, line drive release. Hits the front of the rim. On-ball defense here from Hopkins. Try to get the switch. Harper driving against Mitchell. Goes off the glass. No, tap back out. Manage the numbers.
You got to go. You can't dribble out to the wing. That's Greer just not comfortable in that position. Maybe even throw it back down to your big fella.
Swartz, haven't called his name. And you can get a sense for where Creighton is at in their development. A young team that has yet to gel.
I mean, that play says it all right there. You got a 2-on-1, and then you dribble out to the corner.
Darling downhill. Gone to the tournament 5 years in a row. Popped away from Davis. Numbers for St. John's on a 3-on-1. Hopkins with a soft finish.
I think you got to work even harder. Your work rate has to be higher in his own.
Another steal from Darling. Another run out for the Johnnies. Mitchell caught at the rim.
Was in a little shooting slump. He had 19 against Butler. Broke out of it on 6 of 14 shooting.
Well, it's always tough for an offensive player to think that they have value to their team when they're not shooting the ball well. But Bryce Lindsey is important.
Meanwhile, DeWitt drives. That ball deflected.
Askew finds himself isolated at the top of the key.
Meanwhile, a foul on the other end. It's for Long Beach State transfer. Wow. College basketball, college sports really changed.
It's a little bit different, and I love it for the student athlete that they have freedom of movement, but they're able to garner some money. I hate it for fans of these schools who are accustomed to watching and enjoying a player for 2 to 3 years, 4 years maybe. That, I'm not going to say is all but gone, but for the most part, it's going to be a rarity. It's going to be a rarity.
Second free Perkins. Nice look inside. And no good for Pierce. Braden Pierce coming off the bench. Couldn't finish. Mitchell.
18 paint points. Keep in mind, earlier this year in the first game, 42 paint points by St. John's. So you understand where they make their, and it's worked masterfully.
Dillon Mitchell. Inside Mitchell. Jump hook. Can't let him.
It really is. He's confident. His shooting pocket is correct. More important, he believes that he's going to make the shot.
Inside Brennan, nice catch, double team, tried to drop step.
Does that put you in a situation, Gus, where this is down to a 2 or 3 possession game?
Largest lead, 30 points tonight for St. John. Catch and shoot hard to the corner, and nice job on him tonight. Lewis has not been on his game. He's a freshman. Askew, guarded by Edgerton. Tries to take him off the bounce. Beats him inside, and that's an easy.
Excellent backup. And Zuby Edgerton inside.
Mitchell inside, Edgerton. Jump hook off the window, easy three, baseline jump shot. Way short for Malachi Coleman. Villanova just looks out of sync. St. John's defensively has just really knocked them off their spot. Nice deal, Edgerton.
That conversation, this performance is not indicative of the kind of season.
The longest in 41 years. Snapped in dramatic fashion in Hartford.
They never get too spread out. They can contain the dribble, and they're helped deep Don't allow post players to post.
Dillon Mitchell at the line. He transferred from Cincinnati. We had him last year in the Crown Tournament in Las Vegas. I asked him, what's the difference for you this year? He says, just the instruction from coach and team. On 10-16 shooting. Perkins trying to find some space. Askew, teardrop. Ejiofor rebound, jump ball.
In minutes he was going to be on the court, and his offense kind of followed in line.
Lindsey off the mark and saved by Mitch in the face.
You got that right. St. John's punch, not literally, but physically early on this Villanova squad.
And that ball taken down by Askew. He fires short. Another rebound. And folks, we got Zuby Ejiofor tonight with a triple-double. And with Ejiofor, this is the matchup. Big fellas inside, and he comes up short. Dillon Darling. Inside Mitchell. Wants to use that athleticism. Baseline pull-up and a foul. Free throws good. St. John's off to a blistering pace. 9-0 to start. Last time UConn faced St. John's in Hartford, they won by 30. Different start to this one.
The kind of start for St. John's that ignites the crowd and fuels this building with a lot more energy.
Caravan, one of the all-time great Huskies. Demery trying to turn the corner. He's guarded by a bigger Hopkins. 5 to shoot. Mullins deep. Air ball. Nervous. Freshman. Out of bounds with 2.1 to go.
Here, in the first game, it was Dillon Mitchell basically going at Braylon Mullins, offensively and defensively. Can UConn create enough space and separation in their offense from these long, athletic, and physical defenders for St. John's? That's going to be also a key for us to look out for, guys.
UConn 0 for 3 to start this game. And a 5-second violation. Demery blocked at the rim. Loose. Picked up Dillon Mitchell. Swarming St. John's defense. Mitchell, head of steam to the cup. Lefty off the glass. The rebound. Huskies trying to stop the bleeding. Ball to the bucket off the window. Caught it on the foul. Ejiofor track down Mullins. It's going to be a rough night for Mullins because he's got Hopkins on him. Reed has to be aggressive. Lost it. Gets it back. In triple coverage, throws it away. Now Demery, guarded by Ian Jackson, who just checked in. Jackson, a marvelous defender. Best defender on this St. John's team. Caravan, off balance. Storm. Caravan got the Puppies organized, rims out. Mitchell streaking, watch it. Wham! With 2 hands. St. John's playing with energy, ferocity.
Shooting some offense from the high post.
Started all 5 games. Terrace Reed missed this year and averaged close to 13 points a game. 23 to 11. Mitchell gliding to the basket. This kid is so special.
He is. And that time, that was just off of a made free throw. Mitchell in the middle of the court, little inside out, exploding right to the basket.
Interesting matchup here. Malachi Smith, guarded by Ian Jackson. They've known each other since middle school. They're both from the Bronx. Caravan, and that's what they need. 7-0 run. Connecticut overwhelmed by this St. John's team. Baseline, Ross, and it's a dive.
That's John's University.
Game high 10 points for Ejiofor. 34 to 19. Mullins, pull-up jumper. Short. Mitchell. Darling steps into a tray. And the rebound goes to Mullins. Cross court. Solo ball. And Ejiofor to Hopkins. He's got Darling on the left wing. Darling, the lock.
NCAA. He wanted to reverse that with ball and say regular season struggle, but the tournament you're going to shoot better. That hasn't worked so far, unfortunately.
Drive up, down low, contested. Mitchell.
Not good spacing right here to get the ball to Zuby.
Back door.
Oh my! Look at this. Look at this. Ooh. My goodness.
Mitchell 6 points, 5 rebounds. Leotopoulos checks out. Now Ian Jackson back in for the final 2:23. Jackson and Darling in the backcourt. Mitchell.
Yeah, here comes
the Red Storm have forced Connecticut into tonight. Inside Sellers. Inside Reed. Ejiofor playing some excellent defense in this game. Santa driving inside. Mitchell has it taken away by Reed. And a foul.
Yeah.
Demery, Caravan has not been able to create a shot for himself tonight. Demery, quick block from behind by Ejiofor. Loose ball, Mitchell. Watch out. Payne. Wham! Woo! Here's Malachi Smith, guarded by Darling. Smith drives down the lane, kicks it out. Mullins, rise and fire. In and out. Loose, Ryba, Ross.
the guy.
And a rebound to Mitchell.
Take the air off the ball.
Darling.
Now watch where the pass is at. It leads Terrence Reed. Look, he's all the way under. If that pass is where Reed could just be stationary and catch it, I think he finishes this, and he doesn't have balance to finish on his
Yeah, but Dillon Mitchell on the entry pass, so tall, so long, got up so high, Mullins had to put it.
That's right.
In the only spot he could put it in.
That's where I talked about pressuring the passer. That helps out whoever's in reception of that.
Sellers drains a jumper in the corner. UConn felt that if they won this game, they'd get a #1 seed. I don't know. St. John's, we don't know where they're going to be seated. But they're playing some of the best basketball in the country right now. Mullins, a three. Rebounded. Demery. And Dillon Mitchell is there for the board. Ball 1 for 7 tonight. Reed. Couldn't gather him titles. Back to back. And another steal.
Within one game of first place, UConn with a win tonight.
DePaul has really improved on the defensive end. Their physicality is there, but they're going to have their hands full.
That's a great cut and a pass from Jackson. Ejiofor, mid-range jumper, too strong. Offensive rebound. Mitchell fades away over the top of Ejiofor. It's too strong.
Great help from Ejiofor. Shut off that drive and contested the fadeaway.
Mitchell tapped around. Hopkins has it. Jackson blows right by the defender for an easy lay-in.
Already multiple offensive rebounds from St. John's. It's a huge part of their identity. 38% of their misses they get. That's 11th most in the country.
Layden blocker all the way to the basket. Can't get it to full. Got his own miss and the stick back.
I think blocker is incredibly important because he's the most athletic backcourt player for DePaul. Got to match the athleticism for the Red Storm. And he's got to handle the ball, too.
They will use more than just him. As Chris Holtman said, we understand it can't be one ball handler against this pressure that St. John's applies.
It's got to be rebounding by committee and ball handling by committee.
Mitchell has the size advantage. It rolls off the gives it up. three is a little bit off the mark from Abin Ayo. Gunn gets all the way to the cup. Defender up in the air and an easy lay. Hopkins drops it off underneath. This is Ruben Prey, who just came into the game for the first time. Mitchell, right to that left hand cannon.
What?
So I was coming.
That is incredible.
That's a heck of a recruiting visit right there.
Yeah. They're, they have a home court advantage here. They're 4-1, the best start, in a long time. So, now St. John's is coming in here like, no, we can beat you guys. So,
or where did you cultivate that?
I mean, totally honest. I like Pete Maravich. I like George Gervin. I like Dr. J. I like Magic Johnson. Isaiah Thomas.
Watching for the first 4 or 5 minutes here.
No points, 2 rebounds, picked up 2 fouls in that first half. Missed a lot of the first 20 minutes for a guy who has been on a tear during this 7-game win streak for the Johnnies. Gunn lobs it inside. Ball was poked away. It goes off the window to put it back down to a 2-point game.
Job by Benson to go pursue that deflected lob and lay it in.
Backdoor cut. Great feed from Etcher.
That, and he's trying to lead his group.
Pass was tapped away. St. John.
A heck of a play from Dillon Darling, who Rick Pitino said he's fearless.
Mitchell, no tap in there.
You're able to set your defense if you're DePaul, though.
Darling bouncing inside. Mitchell up top, deflected away by Flores.
Flores' length has really bothered St. John's and Zuby Ejiofor.
Catch and shoot. Smith from the corner. No. Ejiofor with his 7th.
He's going to get set.
Not that they necessarily want to turn it into a track meet against St. John's, but you got to get some transition looks. One and done for C.J. Gunn.
Offense can be tough to come by for DePaul. That's the one area they don't score with just ease.
Sellers can. Banked in.
They got caught in between there. It was definitely supposed to be a lob to Mitchell, who was streaking to the rim.
Gunn isos against Ejiofor. It's short. McClure turns the corner, gets downhill. Ball was swiped away by Mitchell at double.
It looked like if Macklin would have caught that clean, he had a layup opportunity.
McClure step back, hand in his face, off the heel and boarded by
shooting the ball. And danger zone now for the Blue Demons.
Blocker kicks to the corner. Macklin circling into the lane and that's an awesome quote.
That's really good, isn't it? And Macklin mentality has been all about the team, and his play has improved.
Full court press forces a turnover. Oh, what a finish! Bryce Hunt wiped away by Jackson. He's got a one-on-one, leaves it for Mitchell. Back to Jackson, and a blocking foul called on.
He was set. That's unfortunate for DePaul.
And DePaul fans everywhere saying, ball don't lie. But it is double bonus, so 2 free throws. That's also a storyline to follow. They're going to have 2 free throws every foul the last 10 minutes. One for 2 for Mitchell. Benson with the double team, kicks it out. Extra pass, Pierre Justin straight away is offline. Macklin is fouled on the rebound. Eight to shoot. Blocker lobs and a put.
Took down the Red Storm in the Garden earlier in January.
C.J. Gunn, step back 3, hand in his face, sticks it.
We saw Providence get off to a slow start yesterday. I don't think they can afford that in this game.
Ejiofor. He cannot hit either. Dillon Mitchell, how about a 5th opportunity? Mitchell cannot hit, and that has been St. John's bugaboo. Rick Pitino said at the end of the day, we've got a lot of nitty-gritty. We've got a lot of physicality. We've got to be able to open things up with our offense and make some shots.
I will say you have to stress the positive zone. They've gotten great looks. Not good, great looks early. They will fall. You have to continue to get downhill. There you go.
That's Dillon champion. It's Mila, who's had the best stretch of his career in scoring, but Mitchell's there on an air ball. St. John's, one of the best defensive teams in the country.
You have to rely on guys to take some pride in their individual defense on both sides.
One note for Providence, Jason Edwards remains out with a back injury. As Arumse comes out of this game, and Donnie, it feels like that's a move that says, hey, we tried to say, you got to play big in this game. You got to get on the glass. He goes right to the bench to Cole Hargrove.
Let's take a seat, see what we see. I think this is a game where, you know, the officials understand the history, but the physicality, it's gonna have to. You're gonna have to let some stuff go.
I think everybody has an understanding of the history. As Mitchell collects a full house here at the Garden. In transition, it's Sellers. He hits.
Boy, he is the X factor, the wild card at times. But this is a completely different looking team when he is making shots. It's not all on him. They have a bunch of guys who can make shots, but when he gets going early, they're just so difficult, John, to help off of onto Zuby. You can't leave him open, number 4 in white.
He made 3 threes against Seton Hall Friday night. Red Storm secured the Big East regular season title. They did it outright with UConn losing to Marquette. Now it's
the uncomfortable positions as well.
Sellers and the Friars still scoreless. Here's Mitchell. He's on a mission. Dillon Mitchell. Darling, elbow. It's long. Sellers with the rebound. Friars able to not only get a stop with the board. Look at Mitchell. What a start to his postseason. Mitchell to edge of 4 out of the reach, and we will have
you know, and how it's grown, but his leadership skills. He will talk to the team in huddles before Coach Pitino gets in there. There's just been that trust, and he's been there. When you've been there and you've done that, it's easy to be able to trust a player like that.
And look, as much as these guys like Dillon Mitchell, Dylan Darling, Sellers as well, are new this year, they've become very familiarized and feeling right at home in this building. St. John's, the record in the last 2 years in this building, 22-2.
Turnover is one less chance to shoot a 3.
And they did not make a 3.
Darling is, you can leave him on the floor when he's not shooting well because he's going to be on the floor, dive for loose balls, finding guys. He's got 3 rebounds, a couple of assists.
Here is Sellers. Attacking and hitting with the left hand. He's got second Providence player as Hopkins is off in the last 40 years with at least 150 rebounds and 50 assists as both a freshman and sophomore.
Look at him. I mean, that is...
Last huddle was talking about his team's effort. The message from the coaching staff was, we have to get our physicality back. Stop jogging around, John.
They had that all throughout the first half. Edge of 4 is off.
You can't be in a home run trot when you know you're playing against a desperate team. Game's not over.
Vox looking for Arumse. He's doubled, and he threw it right into the hands of Darling. A 9th turnover by PC. Sannon winds up, in and out. Mitchell saving it.
To not box out and not give effort.
It hurts so much more to be at home watching other teams play in a championship game or a semifinal game as well.
Especially when you know it's over if you lose. As Jones is off, that's one of the dimensions of this tournament. Kim English reportedly on the way out at Providence. Mitchell is off. Prey on the offensive block.
That's an easy one for the officials.
St. John's, #1 seed in the Big East tournament. Back-to-back. Regular season chance for the first time since 85-86.
Shot fake. Freeze the D, get him in the air. Beautiful.
8-0 run. Mela rejected. It's Hopkins and Sellers. Right now projected 5 seed. They look like they could be a big dance star.
Got to stay healthy. Got to keep those distractions to a minimum.
Mitchell can't hit. And a foul.
Here's Ian Jackson, long range off the window. It's an offensive rebound for Dillon Mitchell.
That's what he does. Second chances, good D, good protection.
Seton Hall, one of the best steals teams in the country, and they'll go right to the rim. For that Creighton game, they were dead to rights on January the 4th. They were down 16, came back and won. They almost came back against UConn a couple games ago.
Marquette, they did it.
Yeah.
That's his game right there, that middle game. It's unselfish.
Jackson back to Ejiofor on the roll.
Good dive.
Another unselfish play and a foul. Mitchell. Williams has one. And Dillon Mitchell just a 62% foul shooter, but you see the rebounding numbers this year for a St. John's team that's 6-1 in the Big East.
One of the notes about him is his cutting ability, though. Of course, that high-low, he can be underneath, the dump down. Ejiofor's so good at finding people in that low box area, too. Well, Dillon, his spot, and they can rag you with those long hands. Great on deflection, St. John's early.
Seton Hall and St. John's combined to create 30 turnovers a game. It's a hard drop. It's 16-18. Mitchell misses, nearly corralled the rebound himself. Payne clears it for Seton Hall.
That's his speed, though.
There is a lot of relentless on the floor for both teams.
And both coaches expect the utmost out of these kids. Nice hands here again. Mitchell that time.
Back for Clark, and he's perfect for Shaheen Holloway.
Oh, MAC first team. Tough kid. Got that little mid-range jumper.
How about the size advantage here? It was Ejiofor against Clark. Now Fisher loses control and
attack it if they can. Settle now.
Here is Darling, who's dealt with some injury trouble this year, including in warm-ups against Auburn in the non-conference.
Nice cut by him. Oh, nice
Didn't
pass.
take it. Instead, he drops it off for a poster for Mitchell.
A lot of guards would hit that floater from right in there, unselfish. Nice peek.
And Mitchell has 8 of the 10 for St. John's. He's the only Red Storm player with a field goal tonight.
Hines on the floor now, can do some damage in that post area. Use him.
How about 16 rebounds in 24 minutes? There he is, tracking it down out of the double. He'll scoop it out. Parker sinks it.
How about the composure of the big guy? Imagine him, by the way, playing high school football. He was a tight end.
Yeah.
How would you like to be a cornerback?
They call him the Terminator.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Slips.
Ejiofor shows, get it to the wing. Simpkins off the spin. Clark feeds it to Fisher. No.
Oh, good look, too. Numbers here.
Simpkins. Follow rejected by the rim. Wow. Ejiofor up ahead. That's a tough catch.
Look at this cut, though.
Mitchell for 2 and Seton Hall retakes the lead. Here's Ejiofor. Thought about teeing it up. Mitchell too strong.
So solid checking out Seton Hall.
Step back, tough shot. Staten McCray. Long rebound ends up with Dar. And now Clark the floater. Too much on it. Another chance to the sidelines. Just to gum it up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little change. Put a little pressure on him. Maybe force a speed the game up. Like there. Look at the
Ejiofor screened and then slammed. Left it short. The tip is there again, down low.
I think it was Payne.
I think so.
Yeah. Look at this activity. They got a foul on the floor. Mendoza.
Oh,
fourth
in midair.
5.
Yes.
Incredible effort. It was great television, I'll tell you.
Rebounds in the first half.
Rick talked today about rebounding. This team gets after it.
There's a screen from Payne. Clark pushed it up there. No good. Rivera tips it back out. Clark to his spot. Missed it. Third chance. 3 seconds. Clark on the step through. Got it to the edge. Wow. That won't go for Rivera.
And Zuby's got to be Zuby, I think. It's got to go through him. If St. John's crawls himself back into this.
Ejiofor with 2 fouls. He picked up the second one at 2:49. They'll double him. He wants to pass out of it. He does. Mitchell lost it. Got it back. Can't score.
Wait for your guard.
Ejiofor drops it off and a reach.
Well, the big thing, I think, is getting some inside shots and obviously being competitive on the glass. But this is the problem at this end of the court. Haven't got any deep penetration, really no post-ups. Relying on a deep shot and not one of your best.
For the second half.
This is where they got to tee it up. Be patient defensively. Conversely, Seton Hall run their action. They've done a great job going side to side, getting into gaps and finding people.
Staten McRae, tough shot with the drop off. Rugged at the rim, battle for it down low. Rivera left it wanting.
Now this is the key now. Patience. And force if you're St. John's them into a tough shot. And you must rebound.
Fisher wheeling, Fisher scores. Wow.
How about that? Body by Fisher loading up. Create that post up. Really good at that.
What a time for his first points tonight. First Seton Hall made field goal in 5 minutes. Expands the lead to 9.
The handoff.
Hopkins
nice
trying to settle it and got it there for Mitchell.
They attacked and drew the blue to them. Nice little lob to finish the deal.
Big to big again.
Boy, I think they can get that coffin corner trap.
Clark races into the front court. Still more than 10 minutes to go. St. John's digging in defensively.
Oh, not a good gamble. 5 on 4 now.
Nice recovery.
Well, it sure was.
Josan Sannon staring at Simpkins.
Taking a left away.
Simpkins curling down the lane. Missed everything. Wow. Rebound.
Lane.
He got closed off by Fisher, who just shoved him aside. Up top, Sannon. No.
Nice
Rebound
check.
tipped by Prey. Back to Mitchell. Back iron. Tipped again. Recovered by
Darling doing a real good job.
Clark hooks it up top. Open look for 3. That won't fall for Simpkins. Transition for St. John's.
He likes to go wire to wire.
Mitchell on the gas pedal. It's a goaltend. It's a 3.
4-5.
Transfer from Cincinnati by way of Texas. Dillon Mitchell. St. John's only led tonight for all of 40 seconds. Popped away. Darling into the backcourt. That'll gum it up halfway through the shot clock.
Pretty good hands.
Clark
hasn't been able to get that spot-up jumper.
Prey standing in front of Hines. It's a drive. Simpkins can't finish. For all of 40 seconds tonight. Io just gave it away. Simpkins can't score. And Prey smokes it out of bounds. 30 to go.
And Darling's got to run the show out here somehow.
He was a screener for a moment. Now Prey up top. High-low and a foul call. Seton Hall and everyone thereafter is 2 free throws.
61%.
Big front end. He got it.
He's played well. He's done a lot of things.
Extremely active.
That
off
high-low.
the ball.
Excuse me, Jason. That high-low, you've got to get down and do your homework early. Harass the passer. Try and front that. Ooh.
Missed it. Tipped out to himself. It. Rebound. Staten McRae fell to the ground. Tipped out by Prey. Mitchell at the sideline. Flips it away for Sannon.
How about that play? Seton Hall not coming up with the 50-50s now. Just back him in. That's his game. A little deflection.
Home. They played very well on the road. They haven't lost a true road game all year.
There's that flex cut, and it works.
Mitchell, power dribble, to score and take the lead.
That's twice they've used.
Is it Clark creating? Is it Simpkins?
This is the guy I think shot it. Ooh, nice denial
Step
by
in front for Mitchell.
Who else? Mitchell. Oh.
And he threw it away. Prey didn't see. And it for Clark. Staten McRae missed it. Didn't need it.
No. I believe his dad was a football player. He does play as hard.
Watch your wallet when he's around. Simpkins,
Nothing.
no. Got a foul, and they will.
Again, you got to do it quickly if you're Seton Hall. That's not their trademark.
Staten McRae has Darling in his pocket. It is Bud Clark on the drive. Whip it out for Simpkins to get a flyby and miss a 3 real long. Offensive rebound.
Wow.
Payne left it short. Rivera the foul of mid.
Do the last 10 or 12.
I mean, he's seen every variety of basketball game. Pro, collegiate, European. There's a missed free throw for Mitchell. He's a horse guy. He knows that the final couple furlongs are the most important. That defense you're talking about has been stifling. And we'll see if they can set up shop one more time. Seton Hall 2 for its last 17. Simpkins squeals the brakes and he scores.
That's a timeout.
It's defensive.